The heat of the July afternoon pressed down on the crowded park pavilion, thick with the smell of barbecue and the forced laughter of 50 relatives. Mark stood near the cooler, trying to nurse a warm soda and navigate the overwhelming noise of his extended family. He had came to this reunion for his 10-year-old daughter, Lily, hoping she would connect with her cousins. Instead, she had spent most of the day clinging to his side. Mark's older brother, Todd, was holding court near the picnic tables, his voice booming over everyone else's. Todd had always been the golden child athlete, a natural bully who masked his cruelty as just joking around. Mark had spent his childhood enduring that suffocating treatment, and he recognized the predatory glint in Todd's eyes the moment Lily finally walked over to the game table. Lily, who was fiercely creative but painfully shy, had brought a sketchbook she carried everywhere. She sat on the edge of a bench, quietly drawing the willow trees by the lake. Todd sauntered over, a beer in hand, followed by his 2 teenage sons. "What do we have here?" Todd loudly announced, leaning over Lily's shoulder. "Still playing with crayons, Lily Pad? Look at this, boys, she's drawing monsters. No wonder you don't have any friends at school." Lily's shoulders instantly tensed. She tried to close the notebook, but Todd snatched it out of her small hands, holding it high above his head. "Let's see what else is in the freak show diaries," Todd laughed, flipping through the pages. The surrounding cousins giggled nervously, taking their cue from the family alpha. "Hey Mark, you need to get this kid outside more, she's looking a little ghostly. What is this, an anime character? Totally weird." Lily's face turned bright crimson. Tears welled in her eyes as she reached upward, desperately trying to grab her book. "Please, Uncle Todd, give it back," she whispered, her voice trembling. "Oh, come on, it's a joke." "Don't be a crybaby," Todd scoffed, tossing the sketchbook onto the grass where a puddle of spilled soda was spreading. Something snapped inside Mark. The decades of suppressed anger, the memories of his own ruined childhood belongings, and the raw, protective instinct of a father collided in a single, explosive instant. Mark didn't just walk over, he moved like a thunderstorm. Mark roared. The sheer volume of his voice cut through the pavilion noise like a knife. The music seemed to stop. 50 pairs of eyes locked onto him. Mark shoved past 2 uncles, marched directly into Todd's personal space, and ripped the sketchbook from the ground. He shoved it into his waistband and stepped into Todd's chest, forcing the bigger man back a step. Mark's face was white with rage, his veins bulging against his neck. "You touch her things again, or you say one more word to my daughter, and I will tear you apart," Mark hissed, his voice dangerously low but vibrating with absolute venom. He poked a rigid finger violently into Todd's sternum. "I took your garbage for 18 years, Todd. I will not let you do it to her. Do you understand me? Look at me and answer me." Todd blanched. The smug grin vanished from his face, replaced by genuine shock. He looked around for backup, but the rest of the family stood frozen in absolute silence. No one had ever seen Mark raise his voice, let alone offer a physical threat. "Whoa, man, chill out. It was just a joke," Todd stammered, raising his hands. "It's not a joke," Mark screamed, stepping even closer, completely unhinged by the adrenaline. "You're a miserable, pathetic bully who never grew up. Stay the hell away from us." Mark turned his back on the stunned crowd, grabbed Lily's hand, and walked straight to his car without looking back. As they pulled away from the park, the silence in the vehicle was heavy, broken only by the sound of the air conditioning kicking on. Mark looked over at the passenger seat, his hands still shaking on the steering wheel. Lily was holding her slightly damp sketchbook, staring at him with wide, awestruck eyes. "Are you okay, baby?" Mark asked, his voice suddenly soft and filled with concern. Lily didn't look sad anymore. A small, proud smile crept across her face. "You were like a superhero, Dad," she said quietly. Mark breathed a sigh of relief, the residual anger melting away. For the first time in his life, standing up to his family felt completely worth it.